Silicon Valley executives and venture capitalists spend a lot of time warning us about an impending AI apocalypse. They sketch out futures where superintelligent machines wake up and render humanity obsolete. But philosopher Yuk Hui argues this focus on a sci-fi future is a highly effective distraction. While we worry about conscious robots, we are ignoring the material exploitation happening right now. Hui draws on the work of historian Lewis Mumford to describe modern digital platforms as mega-machines, systems that organize human and non-human components into a single, unified mechanical order. Obsessing over a fictional singularity leaves us blind to the invisible, automated structures that already govern our reality. You can see this control in the gig economy. Algorithms managing delivery workers actively micromanage their routes and constantly shave down estimated delivery times, enforcing speed with immediate penalties. These platforms strip away worker autonomy. Human beings become replaceable, auxiliary parts for a massive software operation, their physical movements and daily tasks extracted as financial data. Traditional regulatory bodies, like the nation-state, are struggling to manage these planetary-scale corporate networks. They are locked in a geographic system, trying to police an infrastructure that overrides physical borders. As these rigid protocols synchronize every city to the same metrics of speed and efficiency, the system begins to look less like a corporate choice and more like an irreversible law of nature. Platform capitalism relies on this sense of inevitability. It requires us to believe that a system built on constant surveillance and extraction is the only logical evolution of human progress. Yuk Hui points out that global society is trapped within a singular, highly specific Western worldview regarding what progress looks like. This worldview is rooted in the Promethean myth, framing technology as a violent theft from the gods, designed to dominate and extract from nature. This separation evolved directly into modern algorithmic systems, funneling natural and human resources into a centralized database. What Silicon Valley markets as universal, objective progress is the global enforcement of one highly specific, extractive cultural philosophy. History offers entirely different ways to understand tools. In the ancient Chinese myth of the three sovereigns, technology was originally conceived as a gift from leaders to foster harmony within the community. This is reflected in the Eastern concept of Daoqi. Here, there is no strict boundary between the natural world and human engineering. Tools must align with the cosmic order, harmonizing human action with ecological principles. Wu terms this integration cosmotechnics. Under this framework, technology is never a neutral tool. It is shaped by the specific moral and cosmic order of the culture that builds it. The current ecological and social crises we face stem from the entire planet synchronizing to a single Promethean track of industrial extraction. Redefining technology as a cultural expression rather than an unbreakable law of physics gives humanity the agency to rewrite its automated future. Attempting to solve this by retreating behind the borders of isolated nation-states or trying to establish a single massive world government both lead to dead ends. They rely on the same outdated frameworks that algorithmic systems easily bypass. Hui proposes planetary thinking as the necessary political alternative. Instead of focusing on physical borders and territorial control, this approach requires us to develop a shared language of ecological and technological coexistence. Central to this is technodiversity, the active cultivation of varied, localized technological futures. It explicitly rejects the idea that a handful of corporations hold the only valid blueprint for human digital infrastructure. True sovereignty in the digital age requires breaking out of a homogenized corporate grid and embracing multiple culturally specific pathways. Escaping this automation requires the active reappropriation of technology, rather than a retreat into degrowth or the simple repurposing of existing corporate tools. Local communities must build alternative, decentralized networks. These new systems must root in local knowledge, drawing from diverse worldviews like Amazonian multinaturalism or Eastern holistic frameworks. By designing software around gift economies and ecological harmony, these localized networks operate efficiently on non-extractive paths. Our technological future does not have to be a homogeneous algorithmic assembly line. By embracing cosmotechnics, we can build a diverse planetary ecosystem that elevates human life instead of strip mining it.